Yeah, it was pretty cool to be honest. I mean, the plan going in. So my husband raced in the V40s on the Saturday, and I mean the type of rider he is, he's a strength rider. Like he's so strong. Struggles a little more technically compared to the really, really, really top sort of elite guys. So
Hmm.
that sort of cornering ability, he's amazing, but just doesn't have quite that same sort of corner speed as those top guys. So for him, it was about sort of making that distant sort of gap on the straights. But because of the wind, because of the storm, there was a huge headwind on those straights, like coming back up past the pits for the first time.
Hmm.
And he had a rider on his wheel the entire time, and the only difference was made because Aid had made a mistake. Now, and I was watching that going, oh no, like I class myself as a strength rider. If I've got a train of people sat on my wheel, where am I going to make the difference?
Hmm.
And my husband literally said to me, he was like, I don't know if he's just like trying to put my mind at ease, but he literally said, if you get a gap, no one's pulling you back. And so I was like, okay, I'll trust you. And I just went from the gun, and I pushed along the straight. And I know that there's strength, so much strength in the field. And I thought I didn't expect to get a gap straight away. I just pushed on because I was like, I want it to string out. And I looked behind me and I already had a couple of bike lengths. And I thought, okay, let's just go. And yeah, I continued to push. And there was like a few bike lengths, like they got back to me through the tech, like Constantina effect,
Hmm.
through a couple of techie bits. But from the bridge the first time, I had Giles sort of shout at me, "You got a couple bike lengths," because I kicked as hard as I could over the bridge, and yeah, I sort of didn't look back at that point. I was like, if I continue pushing, the elastic might snap. So I wanted to get to the tarmac first with a gap so no one could sit on my wheel. And then as soon as I hit the tarmac with a little gap, I just pushed on. And yeah, and then it was just go hard for a few laps, try and establish a good gap. And then it started raining. So I was like, I have a really good gap here. I can just take all of these technical sections really carefully, and just sort of feather that effort, and just kept checking back. So I was like, I know that there's a big group and are they going to start attacking each other? So it was just basically looking back and just sort of keeping an eye on what was going behind whilst sort of maintaining my own race. So yeah, it was kind of perfect. It was a perfect race, so I was really, really happy.